I'm sorry, Sarah. I can't marry you. Can we cancel today's wedding?
What? Why are you suddenly saying this? Did I do something wrong?
I need to be honest with you right now.
Right now? On our wedding day? We have guests arriving in a few hours.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry to say this, but I've been seeing someone.
That someone would be me, right? That's why we got engaged and are supposed to have our wedding today.
I know this is terrible timing.
Terrible timing doesn't begin to describe this.
I'm sorry. I've been seeing someone else besides you. I want to marry her.
You're kidding. You've been cheating on me?
I know it's unforgivable.
After 7 years together?
I'm really sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it. And to say this on our wedding day.
I've been trying to find the right time to tell you.
And you decided our wedding day was the right time?
I can't lie to my heart anymore. I don't want to live a life of regret after getting married.
Is she that important to you? We've been together for 7 years.
You don't understand. When I'm with her, everything feels different.
Different how?
She told me that time doesn't matter. I've been with her for 2 years, but I still want to marry her.
So you've been betraying me for 2 whole years.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
But it did happen. For 2 years.
She's so much fun to be around. Her smile is adorable, and she gets excited about everything. And I never get bored spending time with her every day.
Every day? What do you mean?
Well, she's actually my junior at work. Originally, she was my junior at college. And by confidence, she transferred to my workplace. I was even assigned to be her mentor. And we started spending time together.
And that developed into a relationship.
I couldn't help falling for her.
I see. So all those late nights at work.
She's such a sweetheart. Always acting cute and clingy. It really makes me feel good as a man, you know?
I guess I'm not good at being clingy.
It's not that. You're just different.
Different how?
You've always been able to do everything by yourself. It's like you're more of the best friend, or even like a big sister than a girlfriend.
So you don't even see me as a woman anymore.
That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
I know you understand. I'm going to marry my younger girlfriend.
All right. I wish you both happiness.
Really? You mean that?
What else can I say?
Thanks for taking this so well. I'm really glad you're not angry and can accept this so peacefully. Actually, she kept turning me down until now. She said it would be too cruel to betray someone I've been with for 7 years. She kept telling me to forget about her and marry you.
She must be very kind-hearted to care so much about me, even offering to step aside like that. Your girlfriend seems like a really sweet person.
She really is. She's been so torn up about this.
Must have been hard for her.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been hurting inside about my wedding. I'll go tell her right away that I canceled the wedding.
You should tell her soon. She'll be happy. Leave everything else to me.
Are you sure? I can help with canceling everything.
No need. I'll handle it.
I will. Thanks, Sarah.
Things might get complicated, but I'm rooting for you. I hope you'll be happy with your new girlfriend.
You're really understanding about this. I knew you would be.
Of course. What are friends for? Hello, this is Sarah Anderson regarding the infidelity investigation of my fiancé. As predicted, he asked to cancel the wedding today, and I got his confession about the affair on record.
Really? That's impressive, Miss Anderson.
Just as you suggested, I stayed calm and let him talk.
That was the right approach. Did he reveal anything specific?
I managed to get a lot more information, too. The other woman was apparently his junior from college.
What? So she wasn't just a work colleague? Our investigation didn't turn up any college connection at all. They might have been deliberately hiding this.
Could they have planned this from the beginning?
It's possible. The timeline is suspicious.
You think so too? She's an old acquaintance from college who then transferred to his workplace, and he becomes her mentor. With all these connections, you'd think there would be more rumors around the office.
Did anyone at work know about their college connection?
Not that I'm aware of.
They must have been very careful about keeping their affair secret. That's why they thoroughly hid their college connection. This shows premeditation and calculation in their infidelity.
Even their mentorship arrangement.
Could have been orchestrated.
So would you say this is a particularly malicious case of infidelity? I want to use this for pursuing higher compensation.
What question? The duration of deception involved.
And the wedding cancellation on the day itself.
Yes, I believe so. You should take a strong position. Based on my years of experience, I suggest you discuss this with your lawyer.
I've already contacted them.
Good. You're handling this very professionally.
Thank you.
I must say, Miss Anderson, you've done an excellent job. This is the first time I've seen someone let the groom go all the way to the wedding day.
I needed concrete evidence.
You got more than evidence. You got a full confession.
Just shows how deep my resentment goes. He wasted 7 years of my life.
Use that as leverage for the compensation claim.
I intend to.
Channel that resentment fully. We'll continue investigating the other woman based on the information you've shared.
Found anything interesting yet?
Several promising leads. We'll have a full report soon.
Thank you. I still have more to do. He'll learn the consequences of betraying someone who loved him for so long.
Just remember to keep documenting everything.
Don't worry, I won't miss a single detail.
Hey, Sarah, what the hell is this? Why did you expose everything about me and her to the company? What kind of harassment is this?
Oh, hello, Mike. Is something wrong?
Don't play dumb. The whole office knows.
Why are you so angry? Your affair developed through work, right? Plus, you were her mentor, which made you even closer. Of course, the company would want to know what kind of mentoring was going on.
You had no right to do this. What mentoring? We only discuss work at the office.
Really? Just work?
Yes, just work.
Then how did it turn into an affair? If you only talked about work. Doesn't make sense, does it?
That's not the point.
Then what is the point?
That doesn't mean you had to tell the company. I heard you showed proof of our affair to the CEO.
Was I not supposed to?
Of course not.
Well, I thought they wouldn't believe me if I just said 2 employees were having an affair. Having concrete evidence makes the conversation go smoother, don't you think?
You're trying to ruin my career.
I'm just being thorough.
What's weird is that you even have evidence of the affair. How's that possible? I only told you about it yesterday right before the wedding. You should have known about it until I told you.
Should I explain?
Yes, explain.
Actually, I knew for a while. Yesterday was all an act.
What?
You seem surprised.
What do you mean you knew?
I'd been suspicious for a while. You were distracted during wedding planning, working more weekends than usual, so I quietly investigated and gathered evidence of your affair.
You were spying on me?
Investigating. There's a difference.
No way.
I just learned this when I went to your company today, but they're pretty strict, aren't they? Apparently, there was a similar office affair scandal before that caused quite a mess. That's why they have such harsh penalties for workplace conduct violations now, even potential termination, right?
Can't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything. These are company policies.
Damn it! You said I was guaranteed a promotion next year. What if I get fired because of you?
Because of me?
Yes, because of you.
No, it's not because of me. It's because of your own cheating. By the way, how did she react when you told her about canceling the wedding? Was she overjoyed that you chose her over your long-term girlfriend?
She was super happy, but you've ruined everything now. The whole company knows that I'm humiliated.
Oh, so you did feel humiliated. Then why did you cheat? Why did she steal someone else's fiancé? Strange, isn't it?
Stop twisting things.
I'm just asking questions.
What'd you say?
Well, give my regards to your girlfriend.
You're going to regret this.
Am I? How interesting.
You've changed.
No, I just stopped pretending. You're the worst! Pretending you didn't know about the affair and then getting revenge like this? Oh, hello. Don't hello me! So, you must be Mike's other woman. Have you been enjoying yourself? You think you're so clever, don't you? I'm just being thorough. Screw you! I got fired because of you! The CEO just called me in. That must have been uncomfortable. You planned this all along. Being fired shouldn't be a problem, right? You can just become a housewife after marrying Mike. You don't know anything! No? Then enlighten me. About that, Mike's being transferred to some remote location. Is that so? How inconvenient. You know exactly what you did! It's a shame they couldn't fire him, but a transfer works too. You can just follow him there. You think this is funny? Not at all. I'm being practical. It's not that simple! God, you've ruined everything! Is this why he dumped you? Your nasty personality? No wonder you got cheated on, you bitter old maid! Just stay quiet like the loser you are! Are you done? What? You're quite unpleasant, aren't you? Very different from what Mike described. I thought you were supposed to be sweet and innocent. I don't need to act sweet for you. Clearly. I don't need to be nice to annoying people, especially not to someone who got dumped on their wedding day. I see. So you're quite the mean girl type. Better than being a pathetic stalker. Stalker? How dramatic. I heard you have evidence of our affair. How pathetic. You were going to overlook his cheating just to get married, but then you got dumped and decided to expose everything at work for revenge. Is that what you think happened? That's exactly what happened! He betrayed me after 7 years together. I think I deserve a little revenge. Getting fired is nothing. There's a labor shortage, you know. I can get another job anywhere. Your big trump card isn't as effective as you thought, old lady. You seem very confident. Of course I am. Well then, how about my next trump card? Huh? Surprised. What are you talking about? You don't think this level of payback would satisfy my anger, do you? Don't underestimate me, little girl. What are you planning to do? Isn't getting me fired enough? Oh, I'm just getting started. You're insane! You'll see. Stay away from me! We'll be in touch. How do you know my home address? Finding my boyfriend's ex-fiancé at my doorbell? That's some horror movie stuff. Isn't it? Such a coincidence running into you. Coincidence? You showed up at my door! Well, I thought you might be bored since you lost your job. You know, we've never met properly. I thought I should say hello and discuss the compensation payment, though running away was quite rude. Of course I'd run away with my boyfriend's ex-fiancé shows up out of nowhere. You're stalking me. Stalking is such a harsh word. It's the truth, isn't it? You seemed quite startled. Anyone would be. But you didn't need to scream and run out like that. You made such a scene that the building owner came out. He asked, "Is there a problem?" and almost called the police. I had to explain everything. How embarrassing. Wait, what did you tell the owner? Are you concerned? What exactly did you say to him? Oh, just everything about our situation. That I'm the ex-fiancé, you're the other woman, and I came to discuss compensation for the affair. No way! He seemed quite interested in our conversation. You had no right! Now, don't panic, even though you have that special relationship with the owner. What? Should I elaborate? What are you talking about? The owner told me everything. You've been seeing him for about 6 months, right? Oh, but maybe only the owner thinks you're dating. After all, you were getting 1 month's free rent for every date. Sounds more like he was just your cash cow. Lost for words? That's not... amazing! You can even manipulate men old enough to be your father. I can barely handle one serious relationship. But you can juggle multiple men at once! Shut up! More importantly, did the owner say anything? Was he angry? What do you think? Just tell me! Oh yes, he left a message for you. If you're late on rent even once, you'll be evicted immediately. No! There's more. What else? Also, follow the garbage disposal rules, keep the noise down at night, any more complaints from other residents, and you'll be evicted. This is bad. This is really bad. I already lost my job, and now if I lose my apartment too, I'll be homeless. That would be unfortunate. You're enjoying this. Don't worry too much. You must have savings, right? Oh, sorry. I forgot your savings will probably be gone after paying my compensation claim. No! Why are you cornering me like this? I just messed around with your man a little. A little? Is that what you call it? It wasn't supposed to go this far. Maybe you should reflect on how much impact your little messing around had. I left some documents about compensation in your mailbox. Make sure to read them carefully. You can't do this to me! I already am. I'll call the police! For what? Delivering mail? How interesting.
Hello? This is Green from Green Investigation Agency. How are things progressing?
Better than expected, actually.
The company responded as anticipated?
Yes, exactly as you predicted. Thanks to you, everything's going smoothly.
Have you received any pushback?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Excellent work maintaining your composure.
I learned from the best.
That's good to hear. We've wrapped up our investigation. I've sent all the details in an email. We found some very interesting information. Please take a look.
Anything particularly noteworthy?
Several things you want to see immediately.
About her other relationships?
That and more. Check your inbox.
I look forward to it. Thank you for everything.
Just doing my job.
No, you've done much more than that.
Remember to document everything.
Always.
Hey, Sarah. I heard you've been harassing Rachel. I get that you want to blame her, but showing up at her house is going too far.
Oh, now you're defending her?
You can't just show up at people's homes.
Harassing? How rude. I just wanted to say hello. I'm an ex-girlfriend, or a best friend, or even like a sister to you, aren't I? I just wanted to properly introduce myself to the person replacing me.
Stop twisting my words. And why do you have to go and greet her? Are you my mom or something?
Your words, not mine. Well, you're the one who said I was like a big sister to you. Plus, I wanted to discuss compensation with her. I thought meeting in person would be faster, but she screamed and ran away. She's the one who made it into a big deal.
You're terrorizing her.
Terrorizing? I just delivered some documents.
She's coming with me to my transfer location. Stay away from Rachel from now on.
Is that what she told you?
Yes, we already decided.
Oh, so the remote transfer was true. But has she agreed to it?
What do you mean?
Have you actually discussed the details?
She's unemployed and facing homelessness because of you. Rachel has no choice but to rely on me. Of course she'll come with me.
How confident you sound.
What's that supposed to mean?
I wonder about that. You might want to confirm with her first. Ask her if she's decided between you and her fiancé.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, did I say something strange?
What fiancé? What are you talking about?
It's fine to be impulsive, but you'll have to face the consequences, Mike. These things should be discussed properly between the two of you.
What? What fiancé? You mean me, right?
You really don't know?
No what?
No, I mean her boyfriend she's been dating since high school. 10 years together. Impressive, right?
What are you talking about? I never heard about this. My Rachel was in the same college club as me. This is the first time I'm hearing about a high school boyfriend.
First time? How interesting.
You're lying.
She must have kept it secret carefully. Otherwise, she couldn't have played around in college, right?
What?
Should I elaborate?
Tell me everything.
She and her high school boyfriend went to different colleges. They've been long distance since then. Amazing that they're still together after all this time.
No, that's a lie. Rachel can't have a boyfriend. He's not the type to cheat.
Not the type to cheat? That's funny.
What's funny about it?
Huh? Is your head okay? Rachel is exactly the type to go after an engaged man.
That was different.
How so?
That was just because I happened to be engaged. Rachel told me this was her first forbidden love. She said she couldn't give me up, always crying.
She's an even better actress than me. But if she loves you that much, maybe she'll choose you. Her boyfriend works for a big international company abroad, but apparently he's coming back to get married. Hopefully she'll abandon him and go to the countryside with you.
He works for an international company abroad. She's been dating such an elite guy for 10 years?
Surprised.
This can't be true.
Have confidence, Mike. Didn't you say time doesn't matter? I'm sure Rachel will choose you.
Stop mocking me.
I'm just using your own logic.
Damn it all. Rachel betrayed me. That woman duped me.
Oh no, really?
Don't pretend you didn't know this would happen.
Tell me what happened.
I contacted Rachel right after and confronted her about her fiancé. She admitted it was true. But I told her I'd forgive everything if she came with me to my transfer location.
How generous of you.
I was willing to overlook everything.
And then?
She laughed at me and said, as if I married some washed-up old man.
Wow, that's a completely ruthless rejection.
She called me pathetic.
That must have hurt.
This isn't funny. I gave you up for Rachel. Parents are furious. My position at work is ruined. So I told her fiancé everything.
What? Everything including breaking off our engagement?
You bet I did. I told him everything.
How interesting.
It pisses me off that she gets to have a happy marriage of her elite fiancé like nothing happened.
After getting so angry at me for exposing things, you went and did the same thing.
That's different.
How so?
I finally understand how you felt. And I've finally woken up. I was such an idiot. But I was just being played by that woman.
Excuse me?
Can't you see? We're both victims here.
Victims?
Rachel never intended to marry me from the start. I was just a toy to her. I'm a victim just like you. If it weren't for Rachel, I could have married you. So let's get married. We're both victims here.
What, are you serious right now?
Of course I am. This is our chance.
Our chance for what?
I know you'll forgive me, Sarah. We dated for 7 years. Our relationship won't break over something like this. I'll take responsibility and pay compensation for the affair. So please marry me.
Are you kidding me? There must be something wrong with your head.
Why are you being like this? Huh?
As if I'd ever forgive you. My love for you died along with those 7 years, and I never want to see your face again.
You don't mean that.
I absolutely mean it.
What are you saying? You went this far to corner me and that woman? They say love and hate are two sides of the same coin, right? This means you still love me.
Your delusions are remarkable.
I know you still care.
Stop with your creepy delusions. I'm just making you pay for damaging my pride and my life. I don't feel any love for you.
But
You're pathetic.
we can start over.
So, just quietly pay the compensation and never show your face to me again. All that money I spent on the private investigator was totally worth it. I can finally move on with my life, feeling refreshed.
You can't mean that.
I do. Goodbye, Mike.
Sarah, wait!
Don't contact me again. Later, Mike went back to his parents' home saying, "Help me convince Sarah. You guys would be happy if we got back together, right?" But his parents exploded, saying, "How much of an idiot are you? There's no way she'd take you back after what you did." His mother reminded him of all the times I had helped their family, while his father berated him for throwing away a 7-year relationship for a 2-year affair. Thanks to his parents' request to the company, his transfer to the remote location was moved up. Apparently, he'll never be able to return to his original workplace. The company made it clear that this transfer was a final chance. Any further incidents would result in immediate termination. As for Rachel, who abandoned Mike, she also got hit with a compensation claim from her main fiancé, and their engagement was officially broken off. The story spread among their high school classmates and local acquaintances, and now she's getting cold shoulders from everyone in their hometown, with people saying, "How could she betray such a wonderful guy?" Her attempts to explain herself on social media only made things worse, as more details of her relationships came to light. The building owner also terminated her lease early, citing multiple violations of the rental agreement. Both her professional and personal reputations were severely damaged in the process. Meanwhile, I used the compensation money to take a long vacation abroad. When I returned, I managed to secure a better position at a different company. I never responded to any of Mike's attempts to contact me again, and I made sure my lawyers handled all remaining communication regarding the compensation payments.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
I can't handle this any longer. I'm going to have you quit your job and go take care of my family. I've had enough of dealing with him, and I am not going to go back to their place ever again to help them.
What? What's gotten into you, Ron?
Don't act as though I haven't been feeling this way about them for the longest time now. I remember a long time ago that I told everyone that I wasn't going to be able to care for my parents on my own. Yet, even though you're my wife, you've done nothing to help me. And because of me having to be with them all the time, I have burned right through a lot of this year's earnings. I'm at my limits now. I have done my very best for my parents. So now it's your turn to do your part.
Wait a second though, Ron. That isn't the same as what we promised each other before. We said that we'd promised to take care of our own parents as they got older and needed our help, right?
Excuse me?
You were the one that wanted to make that promise in the first place, right? 5 years ago, when both my parents came down with something serious and needed us to care for them for a little while, you told me you wouldn't dare come over with me to help and told me no. You said that we should only have to take care of our own parents and no one else's. And you followed that by saying you're my husband and I should respect your choice.
Oh, well, that was...
And that's why for the longest time I've been caring for my parents all by myself. They live pretty far from here, so I have to run over to their place every day, taking away around 3 hours of my time. I remember when they first started asking for help, I had to be over at their place all night and only got around 2 hours of sleep between work and them. You are well aware that I took care of them all on my own. So this time it's going to have to be you that sacrifices a lot to have to be with your parents.
Shut up! Your parents never required nearly as much attention as my parents do. Compared to how much you had to put in taking care of your parents, my parents require at least 10 times the effort. So that's why right now I'm no longer going to follow that promise we made back then.
Huh?
Your parents passed away not too long ago, right? So adding that all up, you only really had to care for your parents for around a year or two. Your mother then passed away first, followed by your father after that. Well, my parents are not as easy as them. It will be around a lot longer and require way more attention from you. Right now, they are both suffering from early stages of dementia, but their health is still really good, so they'll be around for at least another 5 years. But I don't want to be the one that has to sacrifice all my time and money to be with them for that long.
I feel as though you can't compare whose parents are harder to take care of, Ron. We both agreed that we'd only have to take care of our own parents, so that's what we'll do. You cannot take back what you promised.
But my parents are like your parents as well now, right? After all, you are the one that married into my family, and that means you're going to have to care for my parents from now on until they can both kick the can.
Do you think I'm going to follow along with that selfish assumption of yours?
Shut up, Jill. You are my wife, and I will not take you talking back to me. I'm very serious about being done with all this caring for my parents crap, so I'm going to have you take over for me now. You are going to quit that job of yours and become a housewife. And then, in my place, you're going to start taking care of my parents when they need you.
Are you kidding me? You want me to quit my job just to be there to do your job? Not only are you forcing me to take care of them for you, but you want to take me away from my job as well?
You've seen it yourself already. It's impossible to work both a job and care for aging parents. And I can't have you slacking off from caring for our house as well. So you're going to become a housewife and do all the chores here before you go out and care for my parents. I'll be free to finally get back to work and start making more money for the both of us.
You do know that I love the hell out of the job I'm currently doing now, right? Yet you think it's fair to take that happiness away from me all because you're too selfish to help your own parents? At this point, just hire someone to go to your parents and care for them. There's all kinds of services out there now that you can hire to care for your parents in their home. And if you don't want to do that, there's no problem with putting them both into a retirement home.
What are you talking about? All those things are a huge waste of money. You really think I'd be willing to hand over some of my money for something my wife could just do as well? I'd rather you go ahead and just quit your job and then start doing all the chores for us, as well as watch over my parents for me.
Well, have you ever thought about quitting your own job to go care for your parents full time?
Are you a freaking idiot? I make way more money in a year than you do. There's no way I'd give up my income to rely on someone who's making pocket change like you. Anyway, what I've said to you today is an order from your husband. You are only going to focus on doing housework and caring for my parents from now on. Before you leave work today, tell your boss that you're quitting.
Hey, Lauren, it's been a while. Sorry to have to talk with you about this out of left field, but I have some things I'd like to ask about regarding your parents. The first thing I'd like to ask is if you'd be willing to work together with me when I begin taking care of your parents. Huh? You already know that that's not going to happen. I have a life and a job of my own that I'm busy with. And when it comes to taking care of my parents now, shouldn't that be something my brother is handling? Stop trying to ask his little sister to watch them when that's his responsibility. But right now it seems that Ron has had enough of that responsibility. And he's even at the point where he's asking me to quit my job and watch them full-time for him. He thinks that I should be the one to sacrifice my life to be their caregiver. So instead of him having to be pushed to his limits with them, and instead of me having to quit my job for them, how about all three of us take time out of our weeks to care for your parents and keep everyone from having to sacrifice anything? Wait. It's times like these where the wife should step in, right? You should be willing to sacrifice yourself so that both my brother and I don't have to work ourselves to death. Now, go ahead and do your best with my parents, Jill, and just leave the two of us out of it. What? And from what I've heard, you already have experience in caregiving from when you took care of your own parents, right? I think it's best that you take care of them for us, as I have no idea what I'd have to do to help them. Really? So even you're going to start acting as though I need to be the only one caring for your parents? Then can you at least chip in for all of us to get your parents some hired caregivers? At least then none of us would have to go over there to be with them all the time, and I wouldn't have to quit my job. We can hire someone to watch them during the week, so please help pay for that. What? Why the hell should I be helping pay for that? And right now, with the life I'm living, I don't have the money to hand over to hire some caregivers I don't know. I'm not going to be helping care for my parents, and I most definitely will not be paying for someone to. Are you kidding me? Stop trying to push your responsibilities on others now, Jill, and just do your job as Ron's wife and care for my parents. You are his wife after all, so stop coming to me with things that will only stress me out. Quit your job and take care of my parents. Now that's it from me, and I'm leaving both my mom and dad in your hands. Hey, Jill. I hear that you started to take money away from my parents, and I am not going to let that continue happening. All you do is sit around on your butt all day, so why should they pay you anything? Huh? Lauren, what the heck are you talking about? I don't think that I'm sitting around all day and am forcing your parents to pay me anything. Stop trying to hide what's going on over there from me. I already know everything about what's really happening with my parents and you. I know that you asked them to pay for you to care for them, and that they are currently paying you around $2,000 a month for that. I guess that someone might have said something to you about that. But that money that they pay me is something that your parents and I talked about thoroughly and has nothing to do with you. I was the one that had to quit my job in the first place to come care for them, right? So when both your parents heard about that, they came to me wanting to negotiate a price they'd pay me to work for them. But right now you're getting too much from them. Why do you get to make $2,000 a month doing practically nothing? I know that the two of them are healthy enough to care for themselves by the way they looked when I've come over the past few times recently. Neither one of them look as though they have any signs of dementia or any other sickness. So why are they having to pay you when they're both well enough to take care of themselves? Wait, have you actually been coming over here to see your parents recently? Both my brother and I are worried about our parents. And we wanted to know just how bad their dementia might have become in the past couple of months. But when I came over to see them just the other day, both my mom and dad looked like their normal selves. Do they really need you there caring for them? And why the hell do they have to be forced to pay you that much for nothing? I'm not going to let you get any more money from them when all you do is just sit around in the house doing absolutely nothing. You have it all wrong, Lauren. It's just that recently their symptoms haven't been as bad. But normally they have a hard time dealing with their dementia and need me to do all kinds of things for them. Huh? They've actually been getting a lot worse this past month and have only been looking okay this week. There are times where if I don't keep my eyes on them at all times, they'll leave the house and wander the neighborhood. And multiple times now they've forgotten who I am and will start to yell at me to leave their house and leave them alone. It's really not been as easy as you think these days. And it's not just one of them that's like that, but both of them. Stop trying to lie to me. I already told all of what I saw and heard about you to Ron. And when I told him about those things, he told me that he had no clue you were taking $2,000 a month from them. And because he didn't agree with you getting money from them, he's pissed. You've got to be kidding me. The whole reason that your parents and I never told him about how they started to pay me for my services is because he was the one that forced me to quit my job in the first place to take over his responsibilities. Not only have you had to do nothing for the past 2 months as a housewife, you've also been stealing $2,000 from my parents a month. As far as I'm concerned, you are nothing more than a parasite feeding off everyone around you. Did you just call me a parasite? I did. You've already been living off everything my brother is making for you, yet now we've learned that you've been taking money from my parents as well for doing nothing. All of that is a textbook parasite move. And because of all that, Ron doesn't need you as his wife anymore. I'm going to have you divorce my brother right now. What? Divorce Ron? If I had known that they'd be able to give me $2,000 a month, I would have started caring for my parents the moment you asked me to. It would have been the perfect job for me. All I'd have to do is sit around the house with my parents all day and make $2,000 for that. And I'd be able to take whatever day I want off and be able to finally go to all those concerts I've been wanting to see. I think I'll be taking your spot now as their caregiver, and that means you'll need to go. You are being fired now as their caretaker, and I'll be getting that sweet $2,000 a month from them now. I'm really pleased to hear that you're finally willing to come and care for your parents for me. But why do you have to ask me to divorce your brother for that? Because you do nothing for this family and will be completely useless after I take your job caring for my parents. What? Are you sure you have all your facts straight to be asking something like that from me? I can tell you that after I take your job, you're going to want to get back out there to find another job again. But at your age, there aren't going to be any companies willing to pay you well enough for your efforts. In other words, there's no use for you anymore besides cleaning the toilet, and my brother can do that himself. So I think you leaving my brother would be the best thing for him. You're lying, right? You're now going to come and finally take care of your own parents only because you heard that I was being paid for it, and then think that because I will no longer be caring for them, I have no use in your family? What the hell is wrong with both you and your brother? I'm not in the mood to sit around all day listening to you complain about the truth. Hurry up and get the hell out of our lives, you parasite. I'm going to make sure that you're divorced from my brother after doing nothing for him or my parents. Thank you so much, then. Good luck caring for your parents. Huh? I'll make sure to get all those divorce papers signed and handed in for you. And I really do mean it when I say thank you for all of this. You have finally given me a fresh start to a brand new life. Wait a sec. What the heck? You're being told to divorce your husband right now, yet you're thanking me right now for that? Have you gone completely crazy or something? You should be telling me right now that you don't want a divorce and are willing to give me all your money to stop me from forcing you to leave my brother, right? No, no, no. Anyone in my shoes would be happy to hear this kind of thing from you and be thanking you. I mean, you're finally saving me from living in the hell that was caring for your parents. I've never been this happy before. Huh? It was hell caring for my parents? You really thought it was hell caring for two perfectly healthy adults? Well, I'm sure things will be a lot harder for you than you think, so good luck. When it comes to the symptoms of having dementia, they're some of the worst of any sickness, and you'll soon learn just how hard it is caring for two people that have it. You'll be asked over and over again for food, even though you just fed them, and at times they'll forget who you are or where they're at and start yelling at you because of it. There are even times they call the police because they don't recognize you, and you have to explain to the police that they are both suffering from dementia. Good luck, Lauren. You are going to have to do a lot of apologizing to all sorts of people because of them, but you'll get used to it. Huh? And just be aware that every day, including weekends, you'll have to be at their house bright and early to start caring for them, and won't be able to leave or sleep until around 10 p.m. every night. And don't forget that when you're not caring for your parents, you'll have to be doing chores around the house and preparing their next meals. You are going to have no days off and will only be making a mere $2,000 a month. To someone like me, that kind of money is pocket change. But to hear that you think that kind of money is worth it for all that work, it really warms my heart. Wait a second, Jill. Having to apologize for them and having the police called all the time? Do my parents really cause that kind of trouble for you all the time? They sure do. And compared to when your brother was looking after them, your parents' dementia has gotten way worse. That's why I was hoping to have him around to help me, but he told me that since I'm a housewife, I should be able to handle everything on my own. And after that, I never got any kind of help from him. And are you aware that I never asked to be a housewife in the first place, right? Which means that I was going through all this hard work with little merit. You're lying, right? I'm sorry for talking a bunch about myself and your parents again. I'm sure listening to me tell you about all this stuff won't teach you anything, and that you'll be better off experiencing everything firsthand. Now I'm going to get started on divorcing Ron, and you can get started on watching your parents.
Hey, Jill, what the heck is up with this divorce paperwork? When I got back home from work, there was a bunch of filled out paperwork for divorce on the living room table.
I heard about everything from Lauren. There's no need for me as your wife anymore since I'll no longer be caring for your parents, and I won't be able to make enough money with whatever job I find now, right? So I'm only doing as you guys have asked and am leaving you. Why are you acting all surprised over that?
A divorce? Are you an idiot or something? You should be apologizing to me right now for what you've done and handing me all that money that you've earned from your parents to me. And I was going to stay quiet about how useless you are and let you back into my house after all that.
So you both are only upset about what's happened because you wanted the money I made from your parents? But I'm sorry, Ron. That money was earned by me for caring for both your mom and dad. I have no plan to give you the money I've earned and will be divorcing you now.
I'm not screwing around right now. If you were to divorce me, then what'll happen to my parents?
I thought you already knew that your sister would be taking over for me. She said that she's going to be their caregiver now since she can earn $2,000 from them each month.
Well, then what about me? Who will care for me? Who's going to make my food for me every day and do the chores here?
I don't freaking know, you dunce. You should be able to do that sort of stuff yourself.
What?
I don't see you suffering from dementia right now, and you can still move around on your own without any help. So that means you can do all the chores and cooking yourself, right? You can't just expect to push all that work back onto me now that I'm no longer caring for your parents. Oh, wait, does this mean that you're the real parasite now since you can't seem to take care of yourself without your wife?
Huh?
When I'm gone, there's not going to be anyone around for you that'll be willing to care for you as though you're some kind of old man. So you're going to have to learn how to take care of yourself again as a single man. Because things will only become harder for you as you grow older and find it harder to remember things or walk on your own. Unless you start saving now for the future where you'll need to be put into a home or hire someone to come to the house and take care of you. I know that I'll have to do that now since I won't have a husband around to help me anymore. Although it's not like you were helping me in any way in the first place. Anyway, good luck to the both of us as we begin our new lives as single, middle-aged adults. I never thought it was going to be this tough taking care of 2 people with dementia, and only making $2,000 a month for all this work is not enough. And it's gotten to the point now where every day I'm spending close to 24 hours here watching over them and doing everything around their house. If you have the time to come to me with this sort of crap, then you have the time to ask your brother to come help you, right? He is your brother after all, so you both should be able to work together to deal with your aging parents. Even if he does come to help, he's so full of himself that he makes me do all the hard work while he sits around doing the simple stuff. Anytime I ask him to help with anything that isn't watching them sleep or dusting the shelves for the 500th time, he tells me that he can't be asked. Cleaning their bathroom is nasty and should be done by me. I don't know how to cook any meals. He's pretty much forcing me to do everything for them. Well, if that's too much for you, then hire someone to come care for them. Or you could put them into a retirement home. You both can split the cost for that, so it shouldn't be out of the question, right? But if I do that, then the $2,000 I make each month will go away. I do not want to lose the money that I'm making right now. What? So please, come help me, Jill. You were able to care for them all by yourself, right? You can be here to help teach my brother and I how to do the more difficult things when we ask, or even allow us to do the easy things while you handle the harder tasks. Everything is difficult when it comes to caring for those with dementia, Lauren. You're just going to have to learn to deal with it all. But I was thinking that this kind of work would be a piece of cake and I'd be making $2,000 to do nothing. I was supposed to be making $2,000 a month to sit here in this house with my parents while they took care of me. Weird to think that you'd be willing to do all that after calling me the parasite. Well, I'm sorry that all of this caregiving work is getting to you, but it's too late now to back out of it, so good freaking luck.
Please, I really need you to come and help. If things keep going like they have been, then both Lauren and I are going to drown. I have been working non-stop at my parents' house helping Lauren care for my parents now, and have had to take pretty much every day off work now to be here. It's to the point that my higher-ups are starting to question me, and are thinking of cutting my salary. And not just that, but want me to move to a different office outside of town, and that will put me almost 3 hours away from my parents' house.
That is such a nice company you work for. If I were them, I would have just fired you for calling off all the time and never being around anymore.
Why are you saying that with such happiness? I was finally getting back to my life of having a really good income again. I've worked for years now, putting all my time into my current position with all those raises I've earned. And now it's all going to vanish. At this point, the only things that are going to work for us all now is if you come back here and start caring for my parents again.
Really, Ron?
Recently, there hasn't been any break in the work Lauren and I have had to do, and we are both getting to our breaking points. I really want to go back to working my very best at the job I have before they choose to move me and cut my pay. So you have to come back here to help us or we'll be screwed. I mean, we ended up getting a divorce from one another, so things must be tough for you as well now, right? You ended up being a housewife in the end, and I'm betting that finding a job has been horrible for you now, right? So you should be happy to be able to come back to my side and be my housewife again, right?
I'm sorry, Ron, but I'm back working for the company you had me quit from. To tell you the truth, I never actually quit like you asked me to.
What?
I just told my boss that I'd be taking a couple of months off to care for family, and the moment we got a divorce, I was right back into work doing my job. And of course, I'm making the same salary that I was making before I took time off. Did you really think that I was going to let you boss me around and make me your housewife? No way, Ron.
Hey, what do you mean, Jill? I remember telling you to quit your job and come be my housewife, right?
Why would I ever listen to what you asked of me when it's that selfish of an order from you? To keep you from realizing that I really hadn't left my job, I told my boss about what you had said, and he told me that he'd allow the time off to take care of family because he was not okay with what you were doing. He even told me he'd let me have up to a year off to care for your parents while keeping my job if needed.
What?
But I didn't even need a whole year off because your little sister came in to save the day and take my job from me. My boss was so happy to hear that I was no longer being forced to care for your parents, and we celebrated that day. After the past few months, I've even been paid for my time off and will have more than enough in my savings come the time that I am too old to work and care for myself. And to be honest, I don't ever plan on coming back to be your wife.
What? I'm the one that has to lose most of my salary soon and will be forced to move to another office. You get to walk away from all this without any consequences?
Well, if you didn't want any of this to happen, then maybe you should have kept your promise and cared for your parents. I had it hard enough having to care for both my parents on my own before they passed. And so now it's supposed to be your turn, but you forced your turn onto me and made me go through twice as much work. I think it's fair that you get to lose a portion of your salary and have to be moved to a farther away office after doing that to me. So quit all of this freaking complaining and go deal with your sister and parents.
But that's...
If you really want to keep the job that you have now before your higher-ups make their final decision, then you hire someone to watch your parents for you and shut the hell up. I'm tired of hearing you constantly complain about not wanting to do this or not wanting to do that, and only wanting a life where you get to think about yourself. You're a grown man now, Ron, and you need to start realizing that you have to be responsible for more than just yourself now. But if you're still going to continue to act like a selfish prick about all of this, then stop complaining to me at least and go complain to someone who actually gives a crap.
Jill?
They are your frickin' parents, Ron. They sacrificed all sorts of things to raise you and put you where you are now, so go repay the favor and care for them in their last days. And if that's not going to be possible for you, then at least have the dignity to hire someone to do your job for you. I'm done with listening to you and your sister complain all day and night about your responsibilities. I'm just a stranger to you all now, so goodbye, Ron. After that, both Ron and Lauren talked more about what they were going to do with their parents and decided to have them both moved into a home. But after only a few days of being housed in that retirement home, both their parents caused more trouble than it was worth for the facility and were sent back home to be cared for by Ron and Lauren. Had they just sent them to the home when they were both less affected by dementia, then they would have probably gotten away with leaving their parents there. But since they waited too long and forced me to do their jobs, their parents were too far gone and couldn't be handled by anyone besides the two of them. To me, this is all well-deserved by them, though, and that makes me very happy to say. After getting their parents back from the home, Ron was no longer able to work long enough anymore, and was forced to work on the smaller office outside of town with a large pay decrease. And as for Lauren, she was no longer able to go to any of those concerts she was excited for, as caring for her parents wore her out too much and she lacked the energy to get out of the house.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Excuse me, is this true? You're not coming by for this year's Thanksgiving. What in the world are you thinking?
I didn't have a say in the decision. It was Tim who said he didn't want to go this year.
Once again, you're blaming Tim. He told me, because you seem to be busy, that he lied for your sake.
Did he truly say that? He told me that he also had plans. So he didn't mind me going to my parents' place.
Ashley, you're not serious. Do you intend on going back to your childhood home?
Yes. That was my plan. It's my day off work.
Then you could come by yourself.
What? Even though Tim's not there?
Yes, you said he already had plans, right?
I also have plans to go to my parents.
That's unnecessary. Who's going to pay for the fare?
But it's the only time of the year that all my family can get together.
Aren't you supposed to be Tim's wife? You mean to put your own family's get together before your husband's?
No, it's just I didn't see my family at all last year.
So? You are needed here, even if Tim won't be coming. Everyone's coming. It's the job of the wife to attend to them.
No, I won't be going this year. Not unless Tim is accompanying with me.
Don't talk back to me. Mary's bringing her children. You will be looking after them.
Why me?
Mary's exhausted with parenting. It'll be a good practice when you have your own children.
I don't want to practice on other people's children.
I know the word isn't accurate, but tending to babies might come in handy someday. Or what? Is there a reason you don't want to come to us so bad?
It's not like I don't want to go, but without Tim, I know I'll feel out of place.
What? That's absurd.
Is it though? And also, my sister just had a baby. I want to go see my family.
How can you be so selfish? You leave Tim all alone while you work all the time. You never come by our house.
Never? I pop in at least once a month for dinner.
That's the least you could do. I think it should be more often. Why? Because someone has to work pretty much every single day. We never get to see you.
There's nothing I can do about that. I have to make the bread.
As I said before, why don't you quit your job already?
It's not that easy. I can't just quit my job.
It's only handing in your resignation. You're never at home. You don't make the time to have children. No wonder Tim stay out late all the time.
If I don't work, there won't be food on the table. Tim uses up all he earns on his stuff. I can't make him stay home all day.
It's your job to keep the books. As his wife, it's not like Tim earns minimum wage. He should be able to pay for living for 2 people. Aren't you the one spending it away?
I could never. I haven't even bought new clothes for a while.
Of course, wives should put their husbands' needs before themselves. Everything comes before you.
What?
Besides, nobody would care whether you're in fashion or not. It's not like there's someone you want to impress.
No, there isn't. Never mind. There's no use in getting sense into you.
What did you say to me?
I won't be going to your place this year, and that's final. I need to be getting back to work.
Hey, wait, we're not done with this discussion. Ashley? Hey, why aren't you home yet? Both Tim and I are starving.
What? Are you at our house right now?
Of course. You said you two weren't coming home for Thanksgiving, so instead I came to you.
But wait, didn't Tim have plans to go out today? I have to go to my parents' tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry about that. I already contacted them.
What? You called my parents? What for?
I told them that I was coming to yours this Thanksgiving, so Ashley won't be traveling words for word.
What? You don't get to do that!
You don't get to decide whether or not you'll go see your parents. Who do you think you are?
Who am I? I made plans with my family. How dare you cancel them?
You dare defy me? You are the one who married my son. Therefore, you are obligated to listen to his mother.
Yes, I married your son. That doesn't mean I have to do everything you say.
Oh, yes, you do. From now on, you'll answer me, yes, ma'am, or nothing else.
No way. I am not your slave. I declined your offer months ago. I cannot allow you to dedicate my life.
Do not talk back to me. Shut up and listen to my orders.
Nope. I tried on many occasions to make you happy and put your demands first. I don't need your permission to go to my freaking parents' house. Stop acting like a brat.
You're the one acting like a brat. All you need to do is what I say you do. You are my son's wife after all.
Doesn't make me enslaved to you. Why don't you have some bonding time with Tim? I will be seeing my family as scheduled, and you can't stop me.
Huh? That is not allowed. Who will make us our meals in the meantime?
You can cook yourself. There's some stock in the pantry. That should last you a few days. I don't live there just to make dinner.
Oh, don't be cheeky with me. Your husband's mother came to see you, and you won't even try to make me feel comfortable?
Without coming announced, canceling my plans without permission. And also demand to take care of you? You're not the Queen of Sheba.
I make the rules in this family. Your job is to do as I say.
I'm sorry. I can't be your obedient servant that you want so badly. I changed my mind. I'm going straight home to my parents. Make yourself at home.
Now wait a minute. You're not coming home today?
Nope. I have my work stuff with me. I left clothes at my parents that I can wear. I'll be heading back after Thanksgiving.
The hell you are? You do not understand the consequences?
What do you have in mind?
I'll tell you if you say change your mind and come home.
No, thank you.
What?
I would rather have fun with my family than being enslaved. Have it your way then. Tim too. My present shan't spoil your fun.
Fine. Do whatever you want. Don't come crying to me afterwards.
Okay then.
You're coming back today, aren't you?
I arrived just now. What's going on? It seems like Tim's stuff are all gone.
That's right. Tim and I moved out.
Tim and you?
We were talking about it for a while, living together.
How come I haven't heard of this?
That is because this is the first time I'm mentioning it. Oh, and I have a message from Tim. This is all your fault for leaving me to myself. If you want to know where I am, you'll accept us on living together.
Huh. Is that so?
You see, I live alone. And with you never at home, if Tim and I live together, it'll take the burden off his shoulders. I already took care of him by myself this past week.
Right. Too bad because I can't do that.
Huh? Why not?
Tim has a girlfriend, you know. Someone younger and prettier than me.
What? A girlfriend? You mean he's having an affair?
Guess so. I'm thinking on getting a divorce.
Divorce? Wait, I've never heard of this.
Tim thinks I don't know about his girlfriend. In reality, I've known about it for quite some time.
Wait, how? What? I don't understand. What are you going to do about it?
Will you keep it a secret from Tim? You know he has temper issues. Me bringing the news will only make him stubborn and not agree to the divorce.
Then what are you going to do?
Can you tell him for me? To make him agree to getting a divorce? It'll make him easier to introduce you to his girlfriend.
What?
I looked into his phone. She's actually nice. Although she's still a student, she also works part-time. She said she wants to live together after getting married. You might as well get your wish.
Really?
Yes, and she loves to cook. She seems to even pack him lunch on occasion. To be honest, I'm not comfortable in the kitchen. I'm strong-headed. Or so you describe me when we get together. Who knows? You two might actually get along.
That may be so, but are you sure about this?
I think it's best for all of us. She might give birth to 3 grandchildren that you desire. She's younger and healthier than me. You said you wanted to hold Tim's child in your arms.
I did, but...
Then do not tell a word that I know to Tim. For your future and your grandchildren's future.
Fine then. Now that I won't have to see you again, I'm starting to miss you.
You're just tired from moving. Don't mind about me. Get some rest.
That's the only quality about you that's worth. But there's no use anymore, is there? You both don't love each other. It'll only hurt you more.
I guess. Thankfully, most of the appliances are still left behind. I'll start a new life here.
Okay, I'll talk to Tim about the living situation.
Thank you. If you can get him to sign the divorce papers and send it to me, I'll take care of the rest.
I'm really sorry about everything. We should have talked sooner.
Take good care of the new girl. She's a catch.
I will. You take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks for sending the papers. Now we're officially divorced. This is really goodbye.
Good. Tim didn't want to go through with it, but I'm glad I was able to persuade him.
Me too. I'm thankful for that. Finally, I can have my freedom and have a life of myself.
Yes, and I can actually get ready living with my son and his new wife. I've got loads to do.
Yeah, I got bad news for you.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, she's still married, so the wedding won't be happening anytime soon.
What? Married?
Uh-huh. A double affair, if you will. And she's not intended on getting divorced. You know how it is.
just wait a minute. You said she wanted to live with us.
I lied, so that way you'll be able to get Tim to agree.
You lied?
Didn't think it'll work out this smoothly, though.
How dare you? You manipulated me?
Indeed, I did. But Tim seems serious about the relationship, buying her tons of stuff, from his earning, of course.
Uh-huh.
The only reason he got to have a normal life until now is because I worked day and night to put food on the table. While at it, your son seems to have acquired quite a debt.
Debt? My Tim?
Yep. How much was it now? About $2 million?
2 million?
The numbers increased by the hour.
Wait, this is a lie too, isn't it? He goes to work regularly.
He does, but he spends his salary only for his own activities. There isn't a penny left in his bank.
What the?
In a nutshell, there's no way it'll work out, unless you're intended on providing him food and shelter.
I can't do that. Impossible.
I should think so. You never worked a day in your life. Taking care of a debt-ridden son charged with alimony? Impossible, to say the least.
Alimony? What are you on about? You got your divorce. You're also taking his money?
So, it's my right as an ex-wife.
You never hinted on charging for alimony. That is just dirty.
No, it isn't. You made fun of me all these years. Threatened me when you moved out.
So that we could live together.
It was perfect timing. I've been trying to get that trash out for a while now.
You fool. Don't you dare call my son trash.
What else then? A normal man wouldn't be debt-ridden while having a double affair.
There must be a reason for that. Like you weren't compatible with him.
Me? Lol. I've been working my ass off to keep ourselves alive. Putting my needs afterwards. And you're making this my fault?
It always is. If you would earn more, he wouldn't have to borrow money to survive.
Why do I have to pay for his lover's needs? Are you insane?
Are you insulting me? How dare you?
How dare me? I am dead serious. I endured your bossiness, my husband's affair, all for this day.
Have you known this all along?
I sure did. When was it? On our 2-year mark? I knew it the whole time you picked on me. The whole time your son was unfaithful to me.
I was a good mother to you.
All bad mothers say that.
What do you mean by that? I know you meant it with malice.
Like I'm going to explain it to you, lol. Nevertheless, I am so glad I got this over so smoothly. Thanks for your cooperation, really.
No way. I'm not allowing this. You are not getting divorced, and you will pay off all the debts.
Not my responsibility. The trash made his own trash to deal with, and the divorce is already finalized. The only time you'll hear from me is to discuss about the alimony.
No way I will allow this.
As I said before, I don't need your permission. Get mad all you want.
I am coming to your house. Stay there.
Oh, I moved out today. I don't live in that house anymore, lol.
What? Where did you go to?
I don't need to tell you that. You're just a stranger.
Yes, do you do? We're moving in with you.
Oh, that's scary. I'll be calling the cops if you ever show up.
You little...
I already talked with my lawyer. No matter how long it takes, I'm getting that alimony money. You should know I can be persistent. Don't come crying to me. Okay?
No, wait. Please reconsider this, Ashley.
For a while, I got texts from both Tim and his mother. It all stopped right after the text. My girlfriend's husband came over. That has kept them busy enough. Tim's girlfriend refused to get divorced and dumped Tim right on his ass. No matter how long it takes, I am getting that anomaly money from him. I now live with my dog in my new house, something I couldn't do with Tim around. I love my new life now.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.